Hi everyone, it's Scrap Lady here. I am going to do 2 card tutorials this evening. This is going to be the first one. I'm working on my Christmas cards and I decided I would do tutorials as I went along. I'm going to kind of do mass production of my cards, so I'm making like 5 of each card. So this is the next one that I made, and I put a little stamp on the inside. So I'm going to show you how to make this one first. Oh, and this is another one I made. I'm not going to show you, but I just made this. This is embossed. Made this with my daughter the other day. So we just put ribbon, layered everything, put ribbon. I haven't put a sentiment on the inside yet. I just need to do that. So anyways, I'm going to show you this card first. And what I'm using is the cards that are from Michaels. You buy them, and they're usually on sale 3 for $10. So that's what I'm using for my card bases because it has the envelopes and everything. And the first thing that I'm going to do is get my corner rounder, and I'm going to round the corners on my card, and I'm doing my corner chomper. I'm doing these. When you fold them at the line, they do not fold evenly, so you have to kind of, there we go, not exactly straight. Okay, so I'm going to do a 1/2 inch corner chomper on all 4 corners to round my edges. Okay, so that's done. Then I'm going to take I'm using the Color Box ink, and these are the Provence colors, and I just take it out, and I'm just going to ink the edges all the way around. Nice. And I even go across the top too. Alright, that away. So the next thing I do, these cards are 5 by 7. So I cut a piece. I used this, these are Christmas papers that I've had. This came from one of those 180 sheet packs of paper. I don't know what the name of it is, but so I'm going to round these corners also. And so the card is 5 by 7. I cut this 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. So there's only, like 1/8 of an inch on each side. And I'm rounding the corners with the corner chomper. I pre-cut everything so it would make things go quicker. I was working downstairs on the dining room table, but my camera wasn't working so well, so downstairs. So I'm going to glue this on using my ATG gun. Just put a couple extra, make sure I get it right on the edge. Okay, so that's going to go on, and trying to be consistent with the way I put them. Okay, so this is going to just line this up so it's about even all around. There we go. Okay, so the next thing, I have a piece of gold paper. This is from an 8x8 paper pack that had gold, red, green, silver. Gold, red, green, and silver. I think that's all it had. And I think I got it at TJ Maxx. So I ran this through the Cuttlebug with this Sizzix embossing folder. I don't know what it's called, but it has snowflakes all over it. I didn't keep my packaging for my Sizzix dies. So this piece is 6 by 4. And the reason why it's 6 is because that's as big as the paper was. So I couldn't, you know, the paper was 6 by 6. So that's why I did that. And then I just made it equal, you know, the measurement equal on the other side. So this paper is 6 3/4 and by 4 3/4. So it's, since it's 6, I made it 4 inches this way. I just so that it would have equal distance on all sides. Okay, and once again, corner rounding those, and I'm going to attach this one also. Like I said, I did some of the work ahead of time. Okay, so that's going to go on here and eyeball it where it should go. Okay, that goes there. Then I cut, oh goodness, 3 pieces, which I hope I have the other piece in here. If I don't, oh, there it is, good. I just brought a basket of stuff upstairs. I left everything else downstairs. So 3 pieces, and these are, I believe, 1 1/4. Yeah, 1 1/4 by 3 1/2. No, 3 1/4. 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, so they're going to go like this, only I'm going to want them going in the same direction. See how my pattern, if I put these going up, these are going down. You see what I mean? So these are going to go down in the same way. Sorry about that. That was my phone. So just make everything going the same way. Alright, so I'm going to round these corners also with the 1/2 inch. So again, 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. Using my corner rounder. Okay. And one more. Alright. So then I'm going to take my gold ink again, and I'm going to ink up the edges on these. The paper is thin, so you gotta, it'll crumple. It'll hold on to it. It's not cardstock paper. Like I said, it comes in the 180 sheet. It's good for cards, you know, but it's thinner paper. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is adhere these with pop-up squares or whatever I happen to have in my box. And use these. I had the tape downstairs, but I don't think I brought that, did I? Let's see, maybe I did. Let's see. Oh, no problem. Alright, so I'm going to mount these, like I said, with the squares. And do that to all of them. This is a very quick and easy card, especially if you want to do a whole bunch of them. You can cut everything. Just move that like there. You can cut everything ahead of time. Cut all these, cut all your things, run them through the embossing machine, and then just they go to, as you see, because everything was pre-done, how quickly it goes together. So pull the tape off of these, and I don't know what everybody else's weather is, but last night and this morning we had a pretty big snowstorm. We got about 10 inches where I live. So my daughter was going to come over and we were going to make cards together today. These things are a pain to take off. We were going to make cards together today, but she headed out here and was using her sister's car because her car is on the fritz. And so I'm just putting this in the middle. I'm using my grid to put this in the middle. So anyways, her sister's car desperately needs new tires, and she was slip sliding all over the place, so she turned around and went home. So I made cards by myself, which was fine. I didn't get much done. It takes a while to, when you're designing them and picking out the paper, but once you get a couple of designs going, you can, if you make 5 or 6 of them each design, then they go really quickly. So put that there. That noise in the background, if you hear that, is my husband's cell phone reminding him it's 7 o'clock and he needs to feed the kitties. And he says, "Where's my phone? I don't have it here." He's listening for it. He left it somewhere. There it is. That's kitty feeding time, but he actually fed the kitties earlier today. So he went out and he did the snow blowing and all that, cleaned up the whole, did a wonderful job. It's like, looks so awesome. And I went and cleaned up the cars. And he finished up around, I don't know, 4 o'clock, and he said, "Let's go to dinner." I'm like, "Sounds good to me." So we went out to a Greek restaurant, local restaurant here. Awesome. So we had a wonderful, wonderful dinner at the Greek restaurant. Okay, so you get those put on. The next thing I'm going to do is, this is for the sentiment on the front, and this is 3.5 by 1.5 inches, and this one says "Merry Christmas," and it comes from a Close to My Heart stamp set. It comes from this stamp set. I'm stuck it back in here. This is called Holiday Wishes, CC1015. I don't know if they still sell this or not. I do sell Close to My Heart. You can always check if you're interested or ask me, send me an email. This is the one that goes with the, which cartridge? It goes with one of the Cricut cartridges that they sell, Close to My Heart, and I'm not sure which one it is because it doesn't say it on here. Actually, on here it says the stamp set. That number may not be D1512. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's in the wrong package. I don't know. I bought some of these stamp sets from consultants that were selling off their stamp sets, so I don't really know. Might be in the wrong packaging. Anyways, whatever. I'm using the one that says Merry Christmas right there, and I'm going to use white ink, and I'm going to emboss it. I like these blocks with the grid lines because you can line it right up really nicely. So I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to get my ink and my embossing powder and everything in a basket here on the side. Okay, so I'm using this Ranger. Yes, this is by Ranger, and it's holographic embossing powder. So it gives it a really nice sparkly look. And I'm using Stampin' Up! Whisper White for my ink, which is a really nice white. Shows up really well. And it's awesome for embossing. And so I'm going to get that right in the middle as much as I can. Okay, and I'm going to sprinkle my embossing powder. Flick the excess off, and I just kind of go around with my finger any of the embossing powder that's stuck. I forgot to use my embossing buddy, of course. Let's put on cover for right now, and I'm going to stick this right here. And sorry for the noise. Just going to use this to hold it down. Alright. So see how it's nice and sparkly? So I'm going to round the corners on this one too. Same thing with the 1/2 inch. You can do a 1/4 inch if you want to. I'm just doing a 1/2 inch. Okay. Then we're going to put that aside for now. We're going to get our card back here. And I'm going to use the pop squares, pop-up squares, whatever I call them. And stick that on there. Okay. Get that on there. Then we're going to make a bow, or attempt to. Oh, I make the bunny ears, and then I just loop it through, and I hope for the best. This is like a satin ribbon. Usually when you do the bunny ears, they come out pretty nice without much effort. There we go. And some scissors. Snip the ends. So okay. So then we have our bow, and next we are going to, I'm going to use just something kind of flat for this. So I think I'm going to use just, I have these little pop dots. Let's see how that works. Put that in the corner. Actually, I don't want it sticking off the card, so I'm going to put it on the, oops, get that out of the way. Okay, so, yeah, I don't want it coming off the edge of the card, so I'm putting it on the corner of, so that's the outside of the card, and then this one I used, what did I use for the inside? So I used this one. It says, wishing you Christmas, a Christmas filled with love, and it has a little holly berry thing. And I put that on upside down because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, no problem. Oh boy. Let's try that again. Alright, now we're right side up. Okay. Alright, so get the ribbon out of the way. Change my stamp up. So what I did for this was, because it has the holly berry, so I used my red and green, So I did the red first on the little berries with the edge of the... And the reason why I'm doing the red first is that you can easily wipe like the edge of the letter underneath it in case you get the ink on there. Wipe that off, and then I did the green next. My green is really messed up on the leaves, and this is really nice because you can really get right up to the edge without touching anything else. I did touch that red, so I'm going to do that over again. Okay, let's see if we can fix that. Little red holly berries without... There we go. Okay. And then I did the lettering in the gold. And again, using the edge very easily without even touching those little berries. And you can come right up to the edge. Make that up well. And close that up. Puff on it just to make sure. I like to put it kind of near the top on the inside, so I have plenty of room to write my name or any sentiment, any other personal message I want to write. And get it kind of in the middle. And hope for the best. It's kind of light at the top, but you can see it. So there. Alright, so that card is done. Quick and easy. And I think it's very pretty, very elegant looking. Okay, so then I'm going to do this card next. And, alright, that's my embossing powder thing. Alright, so I have the pieces for this one ready to go. And I ran this through my embossing folder also. And this is, again, the white card base, which I'm going to... So this piece is 6.5 by 4.5, and this is 5 by 7. So I did it at 1/2 inch less. And I'm going to corner around everything again because I like that look. And I'm going to ink this with green this time. Let's see, maybe no, I'm going to do red. I'm going to do it with red because the primary color on there is green, so we'll get some red on there to bring out the red accents that I'm putting on. Alright. So that's done, and I'm actually going to do this, got a corner around that first, and then I'm going to, oops, upside down. Then I'm going to do this one in red also. So I'm going to do a 1/2 inch off the corners. And this is the same snowflake embossing folder that I used. Okay, now I'm going to go over this in red. Okay. And I'm going to adhere this. Before I adhere this, I'm going to put this, this is what I have here. I'll show you how it comes. Where is it? Okay, so I have a roll of this, it's like felt, and it's all snowflakes. So I just folded it in half, because if I did the whole thing it was too wide, and I just folded it in half, and that's how I got this piece right here. So I left my glue downstairs, but let's see. Let me just get another bottle of glue, which I'm sure I have. Here. Hopefully there's some left in here. Okay. Okay. I may have a glue issue here. Okay, to get a different glue. Sorry about this, people. One thing, what do you know? Okay, here we go. I have all these, like, mostly empty bottles of glue. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I'll use this. This will work. Sorry about that. My, I need a scrap to try it on. I say I'm going to use that, but it's empty! Okay, hold on. This is the joy of doing live TV. Sometimes you're not prepared. Aha! I found some glue. Alright, so I'm just gonna spread that on there. This is not my glue of choice for this particular project. I like my Beacon 3-way glue, but that's okay. I'm sure this will be fine. Just putting dabs on it because I don't want it to spill over. I like to get the edges so it's going to adhere and won't pop up. Okay. We're going to wipe that extra glue off. And we're going to flip this over. Stick it on here. This glue dries clear anyways, so I really don't like this glue for this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just cut off the little excess here. Excess here. And voila. Let's hope that sticks. Okay. So, now we got that on. We'll let that dry while I'm doing the next step. And that would be to take this piece, which is press down on that. Okay. This is 4.5 by 2.5. And I'm going to put a sentiment on this one. And the sentiment I used was Merry Christmas, and that one came from, this is an Inkadinkadoo. It says Ornate Christmas, and I used the Merry Christmas over here. These are really cute stamp sets. I think I probably got that from Michaels. Okay, and there's my block, and I did that in green, and I also embossed that with the same embossing powder. Okay, so we're going to get this ready for the embossing powder, and we're going to stamp this in the middle. Okay. We're gonna, you can use a little brush to brush away And we're going to heat set this, so just give me a second here. Apologize for the noise. All right. The glory of being homemade. The whole S kind of, but that's okay because it's homemade. I don't stress over things like that because that's what makes things homemade. They're not perfect. And this one I put some green on the edges. Okay. And I dotted or popped that one up also. Okay, take these off. I'm actually going to adhere this to the card first as soon as I get these off. Okay. All right, so I started to put the tape on the back of here, then I decided to do the other stuff first before I put it on the card. I figured it would be easier. Alright, so here's the card. We'll put it the right way this time. And we're going to center that. Then we're going to take our sentiment that we missed one of the backs. Okay. And that goes right in the middle. Then on the inside of this one, I put The Magic of Christmas Never Ends, and that is from the same stamp set that I used with the holly, the one that says wishing you a Christmas filled with love. I did that on the inside. This is a Christmas Love Close to My Heart stamp set, I believe. Let's see, D1492. Yeah, this one's in the right package. D1492, and that's what the stamp set looks like. So I don't know if they still sell this either, so. And take that one off. And this one I did in what color? So I did the star in the gold, and the rest of it I did in red. So once again, ink up the star with these nice little pointy ink things. You can really just get where you want to get and use multiple colors, which is super nice. Okay, so that goes back. Pull out the red. And ink that up. Stick that back in there. Open up the card. And again, I do it a little bit toward the top, so I have a place to write my name. All right. That one again, the star didn't come out perfect, but again, I don't mind. That's the homemade look of it. So that card is done. Anyway, it sparkles. So I had that card and this card. Quickly, easily put them together, and we're done. So those are my 2 tutorials, and again, this was the third card was the, where'd it go? This was the third card that I made earlier that I didn't do a tutorial on. So I have 3 cards, and these I have 5 of them all ready to put together, and these 2 now I have 2, so I just have to do 3 more of each of these. I'm just going to cut everything and mass produce them. Take me another half hour probably to do everything on these cards, so I will have 15 cards made. Bada bing, bada bang. Alright everyone, thanks for watching, and I will be back with more tutorials on my Christmas cards as soon as I get them going. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.